wine.
Wisdom.
Whiskey, wine, and wisdom.
Your mama's fried chicken, James.
Just had to say "and James." That's your one. That was it. That's the one job.
I know.
You just can't help it, Leaving. You're a natural showman. You can't help yourself.
Because this is the greatest show. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm going to adjust my microphone a little bit. I'm sorry if there's some clunking because we're very professional here.
Clunk, 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 clunk,
Sorry.
clunk, clunk, clunk,
Angle that
clunk.
shit at your fuss. So sorry for any noise. I'm so sorry. Okay. Episode 32. We missed last week.
Yep.
Bunch of cunts.
Yeah.
Sorry. And the language out the gate as well. Sorry about that.
Oh no.
Very bad. I will be better. Probably won't.
No.
I'm a little bit buzzed already, and I'm only drinking more, so it's not looking good.
Whoop whoop. I've had a pre-mixed rum and Coca-Cola.
I'm on the Hobgoblin Ruby because I think it's seasonal. I think it's like this time of year they get the season. They get the
Yeah.
Halloweeny stuff. It's Hobgoblin. Come on, it's sort of you have to have for Halloween.
Hobgoblin.
It's Halloween beer of choice.
Need to get me some more of that actually.
It's nice. It's nice. They did big cans as well.
Yeah.
I'm not selling the brand. No, sponsor us, then I'll advertise you.
Yeah,
They get it for free.
Fucking whatever. Crap goblin.
If I can be asked, I'll beep all that brand placement out. Pay your way, son. No one gets it for free. Well,
Quite a lot of people got it for free.
yeah, we've been pretty. Anyway, this week, try something different. I'm going to apologise in advance because this was the plan originally. James is looking concerned now.
But when you say originally, what, as in podcast number 1?
Well, no, when I first started doing it, because I love the true crime shit, but I kind of thought a lot of ones I listen to are either a bit clinical or I like this one I listen to called that's great, Casual Criminalist, and it's really fun because he hires people to write scripts and then he reads them and he's never read them before, so he's reading it out loud. He's got a good he's a good orator, but at the same time he's like kind of, God damn it, oh no, and he's like,
Yeah.
so he's reacting to it just like you are, so it's like, yeah, but I just like the idea of having a conversation, sort of similar format, but like I'm not ripping it off, shut up, but I'd script it and I'd read it to you and you'd react and we discuss it as we go.
Okay.
And it's like the listener is in on the conversation. It's more inclusive and I like the idea of it. So I thought that's the premise. But then when I started writing the script out for the first thing, and then I thought about having to read it to you, I was like, I'm just going to make my friend sad. Should we just do something else? So it's been on the back burner the whole time. And then this week I got it out and I'm like, oh, we'll see. We've tried everything else, we keep trying it, there's no harm in it. If it's horrible, if you end up crying, then we won't do it anymore.
I'm a big boy now.
You're a big boy now.
Yeah.
Yeah? Big boy pants, we've got a towel just in case, and we're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're all safe. And you always got, we got our, sponsored by Skittles Squishy Clouds.
They're fucking delicious, I'm sorry.
Let's put them on the table. Then the dangerous packaging can't hurt us anymore. Let's stick to the outside of the... God damn it, sorry. There's more in it. I'm so sorry. It's the noisiest thing I could possibly do.
AMSR for your pleasure.
Okay, yes.
Thank you. So Dan has just put a yellow one in front of me. I didn't realise they actually got little S's on the front of them as well.
You didn't look at them before.
No.
You just sucked them down there, didn't you?
Blah, 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 blah.
Alright, now, we're going to start filming this because we do the 1-2 spaff. The old rock, paper, scissors, and it's become statistically unlikely. I mean, I can attest, this is actually true, but I think because people aren't seeing it,
Yep.
at some point they're going to be like, this is bullshit, there's no way. No one's that unlucky. So,
Right, do me a favour.
go on.
Put your fingers in your ears and go la 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 so you can't hear you.
La 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 la.
Right, Dan can't hear me right now, but this is what I'm doing. I've been playing a trick. All the time I've been round, right, I've been holding the rock sign, right, inside, so like subliminal. So hopefully Dan will pick rock, I will pick paper. Job done. I'm fucking winning. Let's go. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're cool. We were just talking about stuff, politics, things. Yeah.
I mean, you're aware I'm going to hear this later, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So you've not... Okay.
No.
Okay, alright, cool. So, 1, 2, 3, you ready?
1, 2, spaff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Standard, all right? You
Yeah.
should know by now.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
No.
All right, you ready? Okay.
Yep. 1, 2, spaff. Fuck's sake! No.
Fuck you. You're killing me, man.
Stanley, come in.
Let's just explain what happened. He was paper, I was scissors. I don't know what he said. He's thrown his mic on the floor. He's in full paddy town now. How is it even possible? Lead it up a bit, mate. I think it's the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
The legs fell.
The legs fell. Well, I mean...
Just when you listen back, you'll find out. You'll find out.
Is it better or worse because you said it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's what happened.
Yeah? Okay. You predicted the future.
Fucking Nosferatu, mate.
Nosferatus. Nosferatus. Fuck me. Wow. Oh, rarefied air. It was starting on a fucking good footing, mate. Nosferatus is amazing. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, so a little bit different just because of I've got a big, long thing. And the
fact.
And the fact. Easy now, easy son. Alright. I've written it as somewhat of a story, so I'm just going to go for it. If you need to ask anything, or I've gone over a lot of this, so I do know the surrounding facts as well, so I can ask the questions to some extent. So if you have any, please. Okay, I shall start in the tradition of the Great American Story.
Ooh.
Nicholas Gatza was born in 1868 in Poznan, Poland. Immigrated to America in 1900, met Veronica Jablonski, quite old for the time, and had 4 sons and 4 daughters.
That's 8 children.
8 children between 1900 and 1910, at which point he died. So that's how he rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so he met her when she was 32, which at the time, in Poland, that was a bit of a late one. And yeah, smashed it out and died. He left his oldest son, John Stanley, as the head of the household, who was, about nearly 10 at the time, in Chicago, Illinois. By all accounts, younger John helped his mother.
When you say younger John, Little John.
Don't hang on to that because that will change later as well.
Okay.
Because as the story goes, he calls his son John too. So there's lots of Johns, but don't worry, we're focusing on the younger one. Anyway, let's get to it. But by all accounts, he helped his mother out, who outlived her husband by a pretty impressive 38 years, and had a family of his own. This is the younger John. He had a son and 2 daughters with his wife Marion Elaine Robison, who he married in 1939. His second child, and only son, was also called John, and he'll be our focus today. Okay. So John Jr. was born on March 17th, 1942 at the Edgewater Hospital, Chicago, and he will be the subject of our story.
Okay,
I just was like setting the scene a little bit. Okay, so this is like he's obviously born just at the end of the Second World War, so this is post-war America in the the swinging the big 50s, which was a very prosperous time for America. So the idyllic family, you'd imagine, except that John Senior, because is fucking bellend. So he's a World War I veteran with what it seems like he had a lot of PTSD and lots of trauma he was going through. So, and far before that was an acceptable thing to have, he resorted to some high-level drinking and just good old-fashioned physical and verbal abuse of his family. Just style of the time, smashed them about, drunk loads, swore a lot, told everyone how shit they were, just really healthy stuff, right?
Yeah.
The whole family got treated to his rages, but John Jr. was to receive the bulk of it. He was a bit of a sickly boy. He quite often have funny spells, weak moments, seizures. He had lots of things going on, and his dad just kept beating the shit out of him, calling him a sissy or mama's boy, because mum was trying to protect him because he was such a and he kept constantly threatening that he would probably grow up queer. That was his that was the main thing, the main focus of his parenting. Stan, mate, you can't be trusted. Stay away from the Skittles. You cannot have Skittles. I'm sure it's poison for dogs. Everything else is. John Jr. later recalled his earliest memory was being built and beaten by a belt when he was 4 by his dad. That's his very first memory. Just to set the scene, right? So in 1949, when John Jr. was 7 years old, and it's getting dark already. So he's being beaten to shit at home, and he starts making friends in the neighbourhood. He's trying his best to have friends, because his dad keeps saying that he's a bit of a sissy. He needs to go and make friends and be a proper boy and all this, right? Because he's staying at home with his mum all the time. So he finds a friend, and at 7, him and his friend were caught molesting a local disabled child. So his dad, obviously, he's like, oh, hang on a minute, this has all gone wrong. He's 7 and he's done this. So obviously, he went and he sought the medical help that he needed, and but no, he didn't. He beat him with a razor strop.
Fucking hell.
Which is a really thick leather strap that you used to sharpen a razor with, right? Which apparently that scarred him for life on his back and legs and stuff. But the same year, a trusted family friend started molesting little John as well. Because, that's just happy American life, I guess. He kept this secret from his father, as he was afraid of his father's reaction, because obviously he's telling him how much of a queer he is all the time. So he loved his father, respected him, and he was a fucking war hero, You respect your dad. His mother coddled him and tried to protect him, so it was not a good environment, okay? Right. You understand, that's what he's growing up in, right?
Yeah.
So, as well as parental abuse, his early childhood was also mired in health issues. He was overweight because of his mum's, she was just treating him with food, that was what she did.
Yeah.
He was always prone to sickness. Because of a congenital heart condition, he was told to avoid sports, and he also started experiencing blackouts along with burst appendix. He spent upwards of a year in hospital between the age of 14 and 18. Now, there was no definitive diagnosis for his condition. There may well have been a psychological component, given what his home life was, and hospital was probably, he said in hindsight, was probably a much healthier place for him to be. So he might have been milking it. That was the implication. Just stay there, but yeah, he was constantly abused, and his dad thought he was faking the whole time. Didn't believe any of it. He was like, nah, this guy's faking it. He accused it. Apparently, he was even taken away. He was dragged out of the hospital for accusing him of faking it in hospital bed after the appendix. He's like in there post surgery, and he's shouting him for faking it. Anyway, so John Senior, prick.
Yeah.
Right. John Jr., pervert, weirdo. But it's just like at this point, he don't know any better. He's a little boy, but still not a healthy family. 1960. Jumping ahead a bit. So John's now 18. Okay?
Yeah.
He gets involved in local politics. He's trying his best. He wants to be an upstanding citizen. He's trying to impress his dad. The local Democratic Party, which wasn't a dirty word back then, for whom he began working as an assistant precinct captain. I looked into what a precinct captain is. I still don't know. I have no idea what that means, but whatever. He was precinct captain. It's incredibly boring. It seems to be just logistics and... Anyway, it doesn't matter. But John Senior, of course, was not a fan, calling him a patsy, and that he was being easily led, and he was being pushed around and controlled by the party. He kept telling him, he didn't like this kid. It wasn't happening. However, then, quite out of the blue, his prick of a dad buys him a car.
Okay.
So it's like, on the understanding that he would have to pay him back, which would take several years ultimately, but it became a point of leverage for John.
Yeah.
So every time he didn't do what he was told, and his chores weren't performed well enough, which I imagine was probably off, and he would confiscate the keys. This one went on for a while, and so John copied the keys. Got a copy of the keys. His dad would take them away, and then he'd just take them out with his copied keys, which pissed his dad off no end. And obviously at this point, the physical abuse is sort of becoming a bit redundant, because it turns out John Jr. was quite a big chap.
Yeah.
So he's already taller than his dad at this point. He outweighs him. He's still quite kind of a portly gentleman, but he's pretty healthy. And it's like, so his dad can't smash him about, so he's using psychological warfare at this point because he's an old drunk. So yeah, he pissed off his dad because he kept taking his car out with copied keys, and then his dad took off the distributor cap, and John didn't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm stumped now. So he had to kiss Daddy's ass for the remaining time in the house, and did whatever he did. A few times. I've read multiple. It doesn't really lead anywhere, so I'm not going to. But basically, he just every now and then he would just drive for like fortnights on, and he'd just like leave, drive like a couple of states over, and just disappear. Like, and that happened a few times. Gone.
On that, later on, I've got a story about distributor cap. I can't fucking say it.
Random, mate.
Yeah.
No. But
yeah, long drives.
yeah, anything to get away from his dickhead of an old man, right?
Yeah.
So this is the environment he grows up in. Now, this isn't a justification for what comes next. But yeah, over the next few years, old John Jr., or J.Ju, as we now call him,
Yeah.
was reasonably successful. He worked his way up like a little bit in local politics. He kept working, managed to keep a job, and slowly managed to escape his father's sphere of influence. Right, so he met Marilyn Myers. It was a fairly short courtship, and by 1964 they were married, and they'd moved to Waterloo, Iowa, where he managed his father-in-law's 3 local KFC restaurants.
Oh.
Nice. So he's managing all these restaurants, good money coming in, he's got a nice car, he's got a family. His missus starts banging out kids. From the outside, his life seems to be on the upward trajectory. He's moved into local politics where he's at. So by all accounts, he's an upstanding citizen, and he's come a long way. He's doing all right. But we will discover there's... Oh, sorry, put your hand up. There's other stuff going on. So in 1968, John's seemingly normal life takes a fairly sinister turn. Out of the blue, for everyone around him, he was convicted of sexually assaulting a teenage boy who worked for him at the time. For this crime, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison, like straight out of the gate. They didn't fuck about. They were like, no, fuck you, prison, 10 years.
Yeah.
However, because the law's bollocks, in a shocking twist, he was released on parole after serving 18 months of a 10-year sentence.
What?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't understand how that could even be a thing, but because I know sometimes it's like 50% of the sentence, and then at that point you can start to consider it. But like 18 months seems like an insane situation. But anyway,
so there's no point of even saying 10 if that's going to be an option where you can get like a year and a bit.
Year and a half. He was in out of 10. So he moved back to Chicago, where he tried to rebuild his life, and his marriage fell apart weirdly. Bizarre.
I know.
It's like Nancy boy, Mrs. don't want to hang around no more. So anyway, so she stays in Iowa. He goes back to Chicago. He has to move in with his dad again.
Right.
It's a bad time, and his dad obviously is like, you just got convicted of being a nonce. I've always said you were a piece of shit nonce.
Yeah.
It's not a good time. Anyway, but he reinvents himself again in Chicago, becoming a successful contractor and moving into a suburban house in Norwood Park. His new home would soon become a house of horrors. Between 1972 and 1978, he would go on a parade of sexual assault, torture and murder. A shocking number of teenage boys and young men.
Fucking hell.
His first known victim was Timothy McCoy. He was a 16-year-old boy picked up at a Greyhound bus station, January 3rd, 1972. He lured him back to his place, offering him beer and weed and partying. There were some other kids there that he on his crew, and they had a party. And there's been loads of different accounts of what happened. I think, by all accounts, his accounts changed every time he's reiterated it. So
it's what year is this? 72?
This is 72.
So that means he would have been 18, 28, 30. So he would have been 30 years old.
30 years old.
So it's half his age. He's luring back.
Yeah. Oh, you know, they're kids. Yeah. He's a fucking he's disgusting, right? So he brings him back to the party, and he's got a bunch of like younger fellas working for him as a contractor anyway. Yeah. So he has them around his house. They're partying. He's got this style around. I mean, I don't know if he was trying to lure him back for any other than just a party, but either way, at some point in the night. Now he's recounted the story a bunch of times. One time, the guy came in with a knife, and then he defended himself. Ended up getting the knife off of him and stabbing him. And one time, he had the knife in his room. He killed the guy. He stabbed him in the chest. Right. So every time the story changed, it makes him less and less the bad guy. Yeah. But the fucked up thing is, he tells the story, right? The first one is, I ran across the room and I stabbed him to death. That's the first one. Second one is, he came in the room, I didn't know who it was, so I attacked him and I stabbed him to death. But it was an accident. And the third one was, he came and attacked me, and I took it off him and I ended up stabbing him to death. And the thing is, though, and this is it's so fucked up. So every story he's telling, he ends with, "As I was stabbing him, I orgasmed."
Bloody hell.
So you're like, I don't. At that point, you're like, well, if that's your final bit, then I'm like, I don't care how it led to that. But anyway, this is the bit where it tied the murdering to gratification, and he wanted to scratch that itch. It's all right. I will. Hang on. It's fine. So yeah, that was the turning point, and that was 72. So he was the first guy. I won't get into all the details of all the people because it's just not, you know. But his standard MO became, and he refined it over time, he would lure his victims posing as a police officer or offering them work on his construction company. He had a crew of young men he would recruit for lots of jobs on an ad hoc basis, so there was no paper trail, and it would work over a large area. He'd entertain them in many different parties at his house. Most of them realised he was interested, possibly, but they just ignored him as they needed the work, and he's just a dirty old perv. It was like, yeah, just don't be left alone with him. He's a bit of a, but by this point he's a big guy, and he's put a lot of weight on. He's a big lumber, but he's like, I think he was 6'5", 6'6", so he's a huge guy, and he's but also all these guys, it's like they're working contract to contract, working for different jobs, so they're transient in that sense. They're moving around a lot. So when someone goes missing, they sort of, "Oh, where's Terry? Oh, he's gone off." Yeah. And it just was the perfect way to sort of disappear them, right?
Bit very well hidden, isn't it? It's just
yeah. It just the guys don't even they wonder where all these people are going. I'm like, no, he's inviting them back to his house. Some of them are staying with him, and then they're like, "Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's cleared off. He's gone off. He's met some bird or something." He'll make a story. They don't want to even query it. It's fine. There was no paper trail. No one knows where they are. Many of the victims ended up buried in a crawl space beneath his house, wrapped in bags and covered in lime. He wouldn't even take them anywhere. He just chucked them in the cellar.
That's just lazy.
It's proper lazy. But what made this all the worse was that during the same time he was actively involved in the community. He hosted neighbourhood parties in his garden. He even performed as Pogo the Clown at local events.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He wasn't the standard serial killer. You know, they would say he's so quiet and polite. He was always been so nice. No, he was a mensch. He was a guy, active, good fella, right? Entertaining the local children by day and murdering the young boys at night. Increasingly horrifically and sadistically as time goes on, right? Because he's just trying to get his rocks off. Because his brain is fucked and he's wiring like sex to violence and sadism. As the rate of killing increased, his reign of terror finally ended. So I'm just trying to cut through a lot of the nasty.
No,
in 1978, when a 15-year-old boy named Robert Peast went missing. Peast was last seen leaving work to meet John about a potential job. Now this was so fluky because basically he was working at a I'm trying to remember the story now. He was working at a local little grocery, and there was a woman behind the till, and he said, "I'm just nipping out to talk to someone about this job," because he was trying to get some extra work. So he literally sort of says like, "Oh, Sally, just wait a second." He runs out to have a little chat with our boy John, who's outside. He pulled up outside, and then he never came back in. And then that was this girl, I can't remember her name, but she was the one who raised the alarm. She's like, "He was just here." They're like, the manager comes out, "Where's Billy gone?" or whatever. I don't know what's his name. Robert. Where's Robert gone?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, he went out to talk to someone," and she clocked him. So she sort of said it was this guy, and there was enough suspicion at that point. So that was the beginning of the end. Police began investigating and obtained a search warrant for his home. And they found evidence in the house that linked him to some of these disappeared boys, which gave them a further the right to search the property properly. And they started digging up the basement, which is when
Limefest.
Yeah. So initially he's taken in for questioning. He's plays dumb, tries to outsmart detectives because he thinks he's a fucking boss. Finally, he eventually confesses and starts detailing all the methods he used to kill and dispose of his victims. He was arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder. The trial that followed in 1980 became one of the most notorious in American history. When everything was finished, he was convicted, not accused, actually convicted of 33 murders, making him one of the most prolific serial killers the country's ever seen.
Bastard.
He showed almost no remorse and even tried to convince a jury that he was just mentally unfit and it wasn't his fault. It didn't work. And on March 13th, 1980, he was sentenced to death. Now, I've not mentioned his full name yet. I just mentioned him, John Jr. But you may have guessed. John Wayne Gacy spent 14 years on death row at Menard Correctional Facility in Illinois. During that time, he became notorious, creating bizarre paintings, many of which depicted his alter ego Pogo the Clown, in which makeup he would kill many of the victims. Some of these artworks have sold for thousands of dollars, a fact that continues to fuel debate on whether or not the works of a serial killer should be made available to the public at all, and not just destroyed. On May 10th, 1994, John Wayne Gacy was executed by lethal injection, and his final words were, "Kiss my ass." And as we know from previous episodes, lethal injection is a horribly painful way to go, so fuck that guy. Even today, Gacy's legacy leaves a deep scar in the American psyche. He was a master manipulator, hiding behind a mask of normalcy, using his charm to prey on vulnerable young men. His crimes have been subject to countless documentaries, books, and even TV shows. The killer clown serves as a dark reminder that monsters can hide in plain sight. Boosh.
So from that,
Go on.
as well, I've got another story to tell you about which happened today. I escaped the police. That's separate, right? But yeah, mate, that's a bit savage. He's a dirty bastard. Why? I think
he was fucked anyway, and his dad just—it's that nature nurture thing. But I think it's. I know it's 50-50, but yeah, both, definitely both. You know, if his dad had been nice, he probably wouldn't have gone down that route.
Big factor, I'd say.
It's got to be a big factor.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, don't fuck up your kids, man. Just, you know. Yeah. Because, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you associate, you get fucked up. These kids that get abused, they abuse.
Yeah.
What's that fucking, hurt people.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just, you fuck him up, you fuck up other people, they pass it on. It's just the way it goes. You're nice to your kids, they're nice to people. And it's just like, yeah, just do that. Because it'll always be, you know, like the amount of nice you throw at your kids will be less than the amount they spread onto other people, and it goes the same the other way. If you're fucking awful to them, they're going to be awful, but it will spread outwards as like a fucking, you know, like a virus. No, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, screw him.
But then, like, I find it interesting when you start, when he was that little boy getting beaten and told he was a sissy, you're like, oh, poor little kid, poor little guy. And then you're like, at the end of it, you're like, no, fuck that guy. It's very weird, because that's the same guy. And I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I see you start this, you go, oh, super sympathy, you're being treated like shit, that's horrible, you don't need to grow up like that, you really, really don't. It's so you go from the sympathy side of things to, now you're being an arse, now where's the injection, let's share the injection round, and let's all take a bit on him, and just, yeah, mate, he deserves it for what he's done.
Yeah, I think at that point, it's like, well, you're not salvageable, you're not.
No.
So I mean, if I had to have a definitive yes or no to lethal injection, I'd probably say no, just because I think it's kind of but like, just pragmatically, you think, well, yeah, because some people, like, at that point in his life, he's not, I mean, I don't think it was reasonable to have him on death row for that long, because it was beyond the pale. That's
just like the cocktail sort of thing, isn't it? So why do you, it's just like, that's where you're going to end up, 14 years. Oh, you've been in the queue. It's like when you go to the meat counter in Sainsbury's or Tesco's and you've picked a really big number. I know, a low number. It's like, you're on death row. Yeah, but I've got 47 and we're only on number 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, you know, I don't know. I love you linked up ham slices to death. It's like because on one I'm like, oh, I'm going to get my ham soon, or like, oh, I'm going to die soon. You know. So I guess, yes, it's like waiting for ham at the counter.
That ham has been there for 14 years.
It's like you get to the front, you don't really want a ham anymore. Only fresh ham. I'm like, no, you queue for that ham. I'm like, oh, god damn it.
You see a picture of that ham in its younger days on a couch with a blue gem round its neck, and then it's telling a story now.
Yeah, it's like, oh, God, I don't want to bang that ham anymore. Oh, I was given a false sale of goods. I was lied to.
There's no honey on this ham.
Fuck you, Kate Winslet.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story.
Very, very famous name. Very famous name.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't guess it was him?
No, I didn't guess it. When he started saying it towards the end, and the clown thing started bringing it, because I think I've seen it on Netflix. That's why
I didn't mention. But I quite like the fact, because his grandfather's name was Nicholas Gatzer,
Yeah.
So then I just used the first names after that, because they changed when he came over. Like a lot of Americans, a lot of Polish, and people from Europe, they come over and then they Americanised their names. So it was Gatza became Gacy.
Yeah.
And Stan, you're not fucking having the sweets. He is such a little moochy prick. What's wrong with you, mate? What's wrong with you, little Weasley bastard?
He needs dogcast pay.
He's not getting it.
No, he's not.
Because he's my dog, so I get his cut. That's how it works.
It's true. Oh dear. So,
would you like to lighten the mood?
So the story about the distributor cap.
Oh, go on, tell me.
This is not really nothing crap. This is me being a dick. I had a problem with my car once. I read up it's the distributor cap. I found where the cap was. Yeah. I took it off and I started cleaning the ends to make sure there's no sort of fuss and stuff on it.
Cool. Yeah.
And I put it back together. Car wouldn't fucking start. It's wrong. I didn't realise you have to put the plugs on a certain way.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. I called out the RAC. They turned up. Yeah, you put the plugs on the wrong way, didn't you? That'd be embarrassing. Yeah, that's it. That's literally that story. That's
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's
old school Vauxhall Cavalier.
You don't know until you know.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
I've been looking at cars recently because I've got to probably get a. Oh, for God's sake, dog cast. No, you're not. It's a wrapper. Would you stop it? You're such a moochy prick. Yeah, but I'm looking at cars again. I'm like, oh, I have to get a proper car with fuel and stuff. I know.
Well, I do the gas, but I've not had. No, I've only had fuel cars. And when you did let me drive your electric one once, dickhead here put both feet on both pedals, didn't he? There's 2 pedals, 1 foot on each pedal. No, that's not how you drive cars. You've never done that, mate. So why I've done that in the first place, I don't know.
Yeah. Emergency stop. Emergency stop. But yeah. No, I'll miss it. I do like my electric.
You go-kart.
My go-kart. It's fun times. No, it's silly fun.
Yeah. And the story today about me escaping the police.
Oh, tell me.
Right, so driving to work, and there's the big road, Newcourt Road, and I've just turned left onto the road.
Turn left on the road.
It's a very foggy day.
It's a foggy damn day.
And next thing I know, Popo's behind me.
Fucking Popo.
And I've got on my car, I've got the limiter, so I know I'm doing 40 on that road, which is the 40-mile-an-hour limit.
Safe boy driver.
Because I can't do any more than that.
Fucking little pussy.
True. Doghouse jump.
Fairy queen.
And this is the way I evaded them, because they got quite close up my arse. In cartoons, right, villains have those little guns with the little dishes on it, so they can hear what's in front of them.
Yeah.
I reckon there's listening using one of those.
Yeah.
To listen to me going, oh shit, there's a police behind me. What am I going to do? What am I going to do with the diamonds or whatever I've apparently stolen?
Yeah.
And because I was not breaking the law. I've not done anything wrong. So do you know what I was doing? I was just singing away to myself.
Yeah.
Being really loud.
What were you singing?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, you can.
What's my go-to? You'll squeeze, take off your blouse and you're on the pants. Then take a look, cause here me and KG come naked outside the side hatch with the oils and perfumes and incense. Come on, baby, put on a cold 70s tune, the brown, funky dude, yeah, so forth. So I was most probably doing something like stupid like that.
You didn't have a choice.
No,
you're them, mate. Fucking Po, mate.
And the thing is, I was doing that the whole way there.
Yeah.
And I got past, I went to the 30-mile-an-hour bit, speed humps, and
Stanley, mate, could you eat these fuckers? Seriously, they're mental.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He didn't get it. He's cool.
Take some. Put them out the way.
Got that.
They can be yours. Take them away.
Alright. And I got to the bridge, and I carried on going. I couldn't see the Popo no more. They've obviously lost interest in me. So technically, I done nothing wrong. I didn't do, but they were following me. They were smelling stuff, thinking he's got stuff.
Mate, they were just following your stank. They were just like they were like just drinking in your sweet funk.
Sweet funk.
Your smooth Chamberlina. They wanted some of that sweet musk.
They're like, hey, I swear he's the podcast guy. Let's listen to him.
Oh my god, yeah, if we stay close enough, use your parabolic microphone, maybe you could pick up some of his sweet nonsense. Oh, I bet you learned some facts. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, he's got Patrick Stewart in the car with him. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Coming soon to a podcast near you.
Great Scott number 1.
Would you join me in the laugh if I said Walt's head looks like a fanny? You would.
Oh dear. People don't say Great Scott enough anymore.
No. Yeah.
Go on.
Those are my two facts things.
So, I'm opening more beer, ruby beer. Red is my beard. You are a small dog with triangle ears. I look at you and I say, what a queer. Sorry. I ran out of stuff to say. Hello, you got a little tiny face. He's got a very small. You can't see this, right? But his face is like. I put my hands around it and it's gone. It's gone.
Where's his face gone?
But then look, just a little peek.
Oh, hello.
Little peek, and he's got these little flappers. He's got paws. He's got little flappers.
Do you know what?
Go on.
Podcast front cover, episode 32.
Yeah.
Dogcast face.
Okay, we'll just get a snap of old Whiffle here, and he can just.
Yeah.
He can be like a poof.
Yeah, poof. And you can have him like holding one of those. I'm going to jail fees with the lines behind him for the height and stuff. But,
Yeah. Okay.
we'll sort something out.
I'll. So you start chucking me facts. Where's me dog and bone? There it is.
Dog and bone, mate.
All right, tell me things.
Have you checked your apples and pears?
Apples and pears.
So today I thought I went on a whole mixture of
emotions.
What my facts going to be? I'm going to do lemmings. I thought I'm going to try and get some facts about lemmings. They're boring fuckers. I tried looking at. I like BMX bikes. I thought BMXs. That's what I'm going to do. And there's not much fun on that.
Oh really?
No. There's some good interesting things, but it's not funny. Then I thought, look at bacon. You can't go wrong with bacon. Come on. Not too much fun. And then lovely Mrs. Castis, she helps me with nursery rhymes. The history of the nursery rhymes and true origins.
Dog's being a dick.
I'm gonna let the dog out first.
Do you want to play the new hot board game?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you see these pills with the question mark on them?
Yeah.
Just take one of these, and it does something to you.
Okay.
Yeah, what you do is you just take it, and then it's your turn. You spin the wheel, you pick a pill, and then you take the pill, and everyone has to bet with their real money in quotation marks, and they bet on what it'll do to you, and it either make you shit yourself,
Right.
or it'll make you bust a nut.
How'd you win?
You don't. It's not about you. It's about everyone else. They bet on you, and then they win depending on if they get it right or not.
Oh, cool.
Shit or go bust. It's the new game from Hasbro, and it'll make Christmas really memorable. You know.
I wonder what I'll do first.
I think your family will remember. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Mum.
Shit or go bust from Hasbro and NB Games and who the fuck knows. Hasbro. Good job. Night. Better than Monopoly.
Yeah. Drink Marmite.
Just Dan his own. Dan's the best one. He's the best one. He's tallest. That's what it is. He's got the biggest beard, and other stuff too. It's really big, crazy big. Anyway,
I'm sorry. This is 40 years of beard growth that I've got right now.
that's how much I trim off every year. Anyway,
nursery rhymes. So to start off with, this is the picture that Katie
Jack and
found.
Jill. Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty, mate. You're all fucking weird, mate. So many. I have a plethora. A regular smorgasbord. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool.
No, it's not. That's too good.
That's Jail Dog. A regular smorgasbord. A smattering of lovely nursery rhymes. Seesaw, Marjorie Door. Seesaw, Marjorie Door. Old man. This old man.
This old man.
He said one. He bit knick-knack on my bum with a knick-knack. Baddy right, give a dog a bone. Humpty Dumpty. Bar Black Sheep. Jack and Jill. Rub-a-dub-dub. It's raining, it's pouring. Ring-a-ring, oh Rosie. London Bridge is falling down. Mary, quite contrary. I've got all the originals of these.
Oh, go on, tell me some things.
Do you know what I'm going to do? For this one, I'm putting on my old man fucking glasses. Old man glasses.
He's an old man. He's an old man. So fucking old.
Right, there you go. I'll put my designer glasses case just there. Just there. Right, let's start. Number 1, Seesaw Marjorie. So on the surface, this short but cheery song seemed to be enjoyed by kids as they played on seesaws, going up and down to the tune. But it's speculated that it actually about child labour. Yes, the second lyric mentions Jack having a new master. Then the rest talks about his earnings and the struggle to meet the demands of his employer/owner. As for the allusions, Marjorie, she may have been added simply because of the rhyme, but the words door could also mean someone lazy or an untidy woman. It's also believed that the tune was created to help the youngsters keep time when working for two-person saw team.
Oh God. Okay.
So, Seesaw Marjorie. It's like those really big comical saws that you see on cartoons and things. And yeah. So when you're singing that to your child, oh wow, okay, that picture's awesome. That's. I'm sorry, I wish you could see this, but we're looking through some pictures for them.
That's got to be the one.
I like that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Been looking for pictures.
Jesus Christ.
For Criminal Dog.
Yeah, fuck you up. Look at him.
Dude, that's not. I like the hair. The hair's very accurate.
Yeah.
That really does look like Stanley.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there. That's.
Yeah. So when you hear all these things I'm talking about today, just remember that when you're singing these to your children's, okay?
Yeah. They're fucked up, and you're poisoning their mind.
Poison minds. This old man. So many kids all over the place can attribute this nursery rhyme to helping them to understand counting, with this whimsical lyric of a strange old fellow tapping away at the protagonist's items of the body parts. It seems mostly harmless. But is it?
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Oh no.
Some people have claimed the song was a warning for children about a creepy man who lived in the community. Others have stated that it's an anti-Irish song made by England. After all, the term paddywhack is featured. Paddy can be a derogatory word for the Irish, while whack means hitting. Oh, that's a really clever one, that one.
God damn, you must have spoke to a scientist about this one.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, I mean, some modern iterations of this song has changed the lyrics to paddywhack, whilst the term rolling home could be referring to the Irish travellers and their caravans.
I assume they rolled home because they were drunk because they're Irish.
That's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait about the Jeffersons? Got it on the Jefferson bus.
It's weird because the accent you can do with impunity. Like if I did an Indian accent, that'd be over. It'd be done. If I did, well, I'm not going to get into the list of offensive accents.
No.
But Chinese, Korean, African, fucking hell, right? There's no accent I can do, but Irish and Italian, no worries.
I think it's because it's...
And German, because of all the Holocaust stuff.
Or Rammstein can put it off, though.
Yeah, but they're not putting on an accent, mate. That's... I think it's authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be more German than most other Germans,
Yeah, that is quite...
Yeah. I don't think... Yeah.
I'm going no with this. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm drawing you off. I'm drawing your focus.
That's cool. Humpty Dumpty.
Ah.
Fun fact, not once does the song mention that Humpty Dumpty was an egg.
Yeah. As you said that, I was thinking, yeah, you're right.
You just want to eat, don't you? You want to dunk like little toasty bits in his head.
I used to eat... I'm not going to get into this. This is a boring story. I used to have that, but I don't anymore. But yeah, go on, sorry. I was going to go off on a tangent about, like, I used to like having eggs, and I used to dip my little soldiers in there and all that, but...
Right, you started this tangent, right? So I want to finish it.
Alright, go for it.
A little while ago, when I was in the old house, I went through a stage where I was trying to make dippy eggs.
Okay.
Couldn't fucking do it, could I?
I don't know.
No. The answer is no. I couldn't do it. I used to love them as a kid.
Were you overcooking them?
I was overcooking them. I was sort of, I don't know, I was half and half sometimes. This is weird. It's like a little bit dip, but the rest of it's like, no. No, it's just like plugging a softie in it sometimes. It's just,
Just thumbing it in. Fucking hell.
it's just a little bit of juice, but that's just,
Yeah. Like, a little bit of goo on my toast. My soldier is dry.
all those years in the army. I can't. Yeah, but I'm not going to start this.
I want some goddamn poontang. Oh, lordy lord.
So, Humpty Dumpty, so the name mentioned Humpty Dumpty was an egg, probably because when you think about this accident, it's slightly less upsetting when you picture anthropomorphic egg as a human. Right, what I done was, when I was practicing this, I highlighted it and I got Siri to read it out and I was repeating it back. I was doing good.
Anthropomorphic.
No, because mine's like South African as well. Anthropomorphic, mate.
That's the real helpful, is it?
Let's see what I do now. No, because I'm on the wrong screen for it now because of pictures. But anthropomorphic egg than a human. The phrase Humpty Dumpty was the original term for a beverage or brandy with boiled ale. When it became slang for a clumsy person, then one for someone drunk.
Mm-hmm.
As such, there are theories. The song is about someone liberated who fell from a wall and was injured. Other ideas included Humpty Dumpty being King Richard III of England, who supposedly had a hunchback.
Yes.
The wall represented his reign, which ended during the Battle of Bosworth Field.
Yeah, he was
Even
shot.
when
We covered this in another one. Yeah, go on, sorry.
it says even when he had a large army.
Yes.
I had to finish the voice thing for that because it's
Bam.
yeah, bam. Yeah. So Humpty Dumpty, mate. Egg piss head. Baba, black sheep.
Not rainbow sheep.
No, bloody
I
Richard
remember
one.
everyone being outraged there was rainbow sheep, and now no one remembers it, and it's really weird. I just think it's weird, because I remember at the time going like, that's stupid. Because there are black sheep, it's not like a racial thing, but they're obviously trying to be sort of like, I don't know, trying to be nice, weren't you? People always trying to be nice. And then it became a thing, and now when I mentioned it, they're like, that wasn't a thing. I'm like, it fucking was. Do you remember rainbow sheep?
It does say it on there.
I'm sorry.
No, you're cool.
I
You're
always
cool.
shot on your facts, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just springboard to go off on my...
You want to
rasp.
spaff me every time.
I'm sorry. I just
Yeah.
covering in spam.
It's I only touched on the rainbow sheep quickly anyway, but it's good. It's good. Nice, thank you.
Mate, I'm looking forward to it now.
Cool, thank you.
Feeling rigid. Go on.
The song was about talking sheep. Sounds delightful. After being questioned about how much wool it has, the chatty creature stated it had 3 bags.
How many bags?
3 bags,
Oh my.
but they were all spoken for.
Oh my.
Ooh. Researchers believed the lyrics are a jab at the heavy wool taxation by King Edward I of England, who demanded 2/3 for himself and the church, leaving the rest for the shepherd. The sheep being black was said to be bad luck, as the wool was difficult to sell back then and it was hard to dye. See, so the term of the black sheep bit is to do like a lucky thing, and because it's not lucky,
Unlucky.
because it's hard. Unlucky
Yeah.
because it's hard to sell. Therefore, it's like you can't dye it. It's going to be more work to do with. So, with the whole thing being like a sort of racial context, it's not. It's literally because the type of sheep they're sort of
That's
referring to.
valuable.
Yeah. The sheep being better says a big matter. Another idea is that the colour of the sheep was a reference to the slave trade. Due to this, some people preferred to change the name to Baba Rainbow Sheep. So the original was to do because it was hard to dye, that one, and then it then reverted to that could be compared to being for racial. So yeah, a bit of bit all over that bit.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill.
Oh, they went up the hill, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're getting a pail of hobgoblin.
It was, ruby red.
It wasn't Christmas then, was it?
It wasn't Christmas.
This particular nursery rhyme was more than most. This particular nursery rhyme, more so than most, has a clever narrative. Jack and Jill got up the hill to get some water. Jack fell down and hit his head.
Oh, boo.
Jill quickly ran down the hill after him. In a later verse, it's made clear that Jack survives. But when but when you end the story after the first verse, it's more ambiguous. When it turns out that Jack was a zombie. No, sorry, that'd be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome. Disappointing. You fucked it up now.
Sorry. Well, it turns out that Jack and Jill may have been doing more on that hill than
shit,
fetching water. Can you pass my water?
I'll give you ocean spray.
Oh. Yeah, Joe, when we was talking about being horrible with the accents earlier, well, I'm sorry.
Well, that was pretty bad.
Yeah,
pretty bad. Yeah, no, we both.
Oh dear. So Kilmersdon, a village in Somerset, claims it to be a true story from their own history involving an affair that ended in unwanted pregnancy.
All right.
A fatal blow to the head for Jack and his death of Jill during childbirth.
Oh no.
Alright. Somerset. Which brings us on to Rub-a-Dub-Dub. Over the time, nursery rhymes tend to evolve, often winding up substantially different from the original wording. Such as the case with Rub-a-Dub-Dub. The version best known today describes 3 men in a tub, all out at sea. Its funny image continues to delight children to this day, especially since the men have such distinct professions. Here's the thing though.
Go.
In the original nursery rhyme, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker weren't in the tub. They were watching 3 women in the tub. Fucking perverts. That's right, it was apparently some sort of peep show at the fair, and these 3 men were there to stare.
Oh yeah.
So there's a fair, there's 3 ladies in the tub.
Yeah.
So surely, if they're in a fair, that's being advertised, that's one of the rides, so to speak. So, I don't know.
Oh dear. I guess, yeah, maybe they did use advertise that sort of thing. Someone down, there's ladies in a tub, you know.
Rub-a-dub-dub. It's raining, it's pouring. Absurdly catchy and sure to pop into your head at any time it rains. This popular nursery rhyme, sadly, is about much more than a rainy day. Innocent as when we were kids, we feel bad for the old man who bumps his head, but we assume that he was simply too groggy, sore, or disorientated from the rise in the morning. The thing is, he's not taken a sick day.
What?
The bump on his head in the night was likely a fatal one. He couldn't get up in the morning, or any morning after that.
Oh my.
I know.
Took a turn.
Ring a Ring of Rosie. I think we all know this one.
Yeah, it's dark shit.
The central line of this nursery rhyme was originally Ring a Ring of Roses, which has been interpreted a number of ways, but the most popular seen in the instructional singing game involving really spitting crap my words. Instructional singing game involving an intentional fall or curtsy. One of the most common myths is talking about either the Black Death in the mid-14th century or the Great Plague of London in the mid-17th century. Sneezing and falling down are now retrospectively seen as a sign of illness, death resulting from the plague. Posies were supposedly carried around their supporting protective purposes. The roses were the rash, and the ashes, well, a lot of bodies were burnt after that. They fell down. Even if that's not the inspiration. Pretty grim, huh?
It's pretty nasty.
Pretty good. London Bridge is falling down. I wonder what this is about.
I'm so confused. Come on.
The famous singing game is known to date back to the 17th century, but quite possibly much earlier. The melody is catchy, and the company game can provide children with hours of fun, just so long as you don't dig too deep down into the origins of the nursery rhyme. There are 3 predominant theories.
Go on, tell me.
One is the story of the Vikings attacking the apparent wrecking of the London Bridge. The second simply is inspired a fire that struck in 1633. And last, most haunting however, is the children were buried, maybe alive, in the foundations of the superstition reasons.
That's what I used to. Yeah, I remember. I'm sure we covered that as well on the pod. But yeah, that used to be.
I think we have mentioned that.
Yeah, that was a thing they used to do. Not all the time, but there's been countless people where they found, not always kids, but they found people in the foundations.
Yeah.
It's like considered good luck to have a person down there. Fucking weird idea. It's like, why would you build a house that's pre-haunted? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, if you believe all that superstitious shit, the last thing I want to do is murder someone in the foundations. It's just like, oh no, you're still here, aren't you? You bet your fucking life I am.
That teaches you for calling me smushy face as a child. Now I am the foundations. I don't know where I was going with that. But
I'd be well pissed off if I was foundation boy.
Yeah.
But like, mate, seriously? Seriously? You said go down there, there's a fiver. I went down there, you covered me in concrete, you prick. Fucking, I'm going to haunt the shit out of you forever. I fucking hate you, dick.
I think that's what ghosts are pissed if they're
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, we'll look into it.
Yeah.
So
next thing.
ghosts aren't a thing, but if you bury them in foundations, they hang about, and that's what they are.
Yeah. Last one.
Oh, gone.
Mary, quite contrary.
I thought you could married a lamb. I was going to be like, no, come on. But go on, sorry.
Mary had a little lamb, minted.
This one's slow. So Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Is that one?
Yeah, that's all.
Go on, tell me.
Some argue the
Argue?
titular. Some argue the titular Mary in this nursery rhyme is none other than the mother of Jesus, and the bells, cockle shells, and pretty maids are all religious symbols. Others have suggested that it's about Mary the First of England, however, and it's pretty sinister depiction. Queen Mary famously had fertility problem, which could be what the line "How does your garden grow?"
Oh, that's a.
How does your lady garden grow? So it refers to. She also earns herself the nickname Bloody Mary. When she has a prostitute killed, and it was believed that the bells and shells and rhymes mentioned are instruments of torture, and the pretty maids all in a row to be guillotined. Similarly, Mary First of England is also thought to be the farmer's wife in Three Blind Mice.
What's she got about?
I know. Coming to a nursery rhyme story near you.
See, I take a lot of these at their face value, but I mean, I must admit, I was doing, how was it? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat did a piddle.
The cat, but the little dog laughed to see such fun, and
piddled all over the cat.
What was it? The fish ran away with the spoon? No, the fish. And the cat ran away.
And the dish ran away with the spoon.
Dish ran away with the spoon.
Fucking dish.
Which is like, and obviously, like I read this to the girl, and I'm just reading it, and there's pictures, and it's like, and it's depicting what literally verbatim what they're saying. And I'm like, this is the most nonsense shit ever. And I can't. I mean, I'd be curious what that means, but I don't think it means anything. And I take a lot of these at face value, but I didn't realise they were all dark allegories for the dark side of British history.
Do you want a bonus fact?
I do want a bonus fact. Tell me a bonus fact. Bonus fact.
Hey diddle diddle.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually
a
ghost. Hey diddle diddle was actually Geoffrey, who used to play the fiddle when it actually come down to the Victorian times. Okay.
With you.
And so hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle.
Yeah.
Because the cat was trying to mimic the master. He was trying to learn from that one.
I understand. Yeah.
And because the cow saw this and thought, fuck me, there's a cat and a fiddle and like a ghost person. No. He jumped so high, but because of the perspective of where he was standing and where the moon was at the time,
he was top of the hill. Yeah.
Didn't actually jump over the moon, but that's what it looked like. It's like when you see people standing on top of a bridge and they open their mouth and go and they eat the sun.
Yeah.
That's like that, but like
they're not really eating the sun. Is that what you're saying?
No, exactly.
It's perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Were Jack and Jill on the same hill?
I think they could have been.
And they actually were Jesus and Satan fighting.
No, they were fucking and they fell and they died. So
you shouldn't bang up a hill.
No.
You find a discreet little kind of gully or somewhere like discreet.
You dig your shoes in at least.
Yeah, right. You want somewhere safe.
Yeah.
It's like you don't go banging on the edge of a cliff or something.
No.
I mean, that's just that's basic. That's banging 101. Come on.
Yeah.
Basic bang. Don't bang on a cliff. You're not focusing on leverage and well, no, you are focusing on leverage, but you don't want to.
Next week podcast lessons banging 101.
We will just do the full Kama Sutra, but we're going to audio edition.
So first of all, you put the in the and then with the did it and then with the done and then
yeah.
no.
I'll try to describe this one. His legs by her ear, I don't know, and he's kind of got his thigh up against her thigh, but on the outside, and
they look like two spiders.
Yeah, she doesn't look happy.
No. Yeah. Catch up to the moon. The little dog laughs to see such fun. Yeah. The dish ran away with a spoon. I don't know. I think food poisoning.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Definite. Just bad oysters.
Yeah. So I've done mine. I've done all mine.
We did them. And
different. Bonus facts.
How did we? Can we get any feedback? Because no one ever says shit, and I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you. What feedback?
No. Come on, be nice. But no, it'd be quite nice to know if this format's better. If we're taking our turn, whoever wins the toss-up, so me goes first.
Dan,
yeah. If I go first, and then James goes and finishes, and then would that be better, or do you prefer the back and forth? Dog's back again, prick. But it's just any feedback. Was my shit too dark, or do you want more of that shit? Because there's enough murderers. There's actually enough of. We could do, true crimes mixed in with topical facts.
Topical creams.
Topical creams, maybe. I don't think that's a good. No, not topical creams. But we could do interesting facts, and then every now and then chuck in a sort of nasty biography like that, because there's some fascinating shit. And I do find it fascinating because I tell you what, it's the fact that it's so unrelatable. Actually, I'm glad about.
Yeah.
If I was if it was that makes sense. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he buggered some kids and killed them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Clown boy. Yeah,
clown boy. Yeah, that makes perfect. So the fact that it's so bizarre, I find it's like watching that Nature is Metal. You watch that? It's like an Instagram page or something.
No,
but it's just it's like this is what happens in nature. This is the fucked up thing, and it's the same with humans. As long as you just hear they did what, he did what the fuck. It's interesting because it's not the norm, And I don't want to focus on. Some people we should really focus on the victims here because we shouldn't glorify the killer. I'm not glorifying the killer, but I don't want to know about the victims either because I want it to be interesting. And I picked a guy that died a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago, but the shit happened a long time ago, so there's enough distance that I feel we can actually just quote unquote enjoy the story.
Yeah.
It's entertaining, even if it is fucking harrowing.
Education.
If it was happening right now, right? If I was doing the same story about the war in Gaza, right? We probably wouldn't be able to chuckle about it so much.
No.
I don't think I'd want to.
No.
Whereas you had some, I just don't think that's funny.
No.
Fucking hell. But you know what I mean? Some of the shit's too recent, but there's a lot of old cases, and I think, well,
some things shouldn't be touched, and some things we can be. And
yeah. So there we go. Next week, I will. You can.
Surprise you with my...
No, I'm going to pick one for you.
Oh, shit.
You can do breakfast cereals.
Breakfast cereals?
You cool with that? Have we done that?
No, I've done mascots. Because there's that
No, do cereals. Do cereals.
Yeah. They're great.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
But this is the food this time, not mascots. Okay?
Yeah, the food itself. Okay.
And I'll do controversial. Catholic Church. There you go.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, breakfast cereals meets the Catholic Church.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That will be awesome.
Mm.
And nutrition and full of B12 and other vitamins too.
And breakfast is the most important meal of the day, as has been said. Not sure.
And they rape kids.
No, we 100% do not endorse that.
No, I don't like that at all.
No.
I don't think that's alright. I think it's...
Do you know what is alright though? Old man glasses.
Fucking hell.
They fucking helped. That's what is alright.
Can I just point out how good a transition that was? Okay?
Yeah.
Transition lenses.
Transition lenses from Amazon, £3.24.
For when he becomes she.
Transitions lenses.
Transition lenses. Can you imagine? Like they just.
Oh, look at Superman. You don't know who the fuck he is. I'm not Superman. No, I'm not.
That new one they're filming right now looks like a bucket of wank. You didn't see the photos?
No.
Looks like a shitty cartoon. I'm like, oh man, I remember like that the Dean Cain Superman adventures in the 90s.
Oh,
it looks like that.
Terry Hatcher,
Terry Hatcher.
and
Terry Hatcher had a moment.
she did. If it was back then, I would have been invited onto the podcast, but I'm not so much.
No, but she was on. She did that. She did that Bond film, but yeah, no, she was like in the same camp. There was like we had a few hotties, and then in the mid 90s, you had Terry Hatcher, you had Gillian Anderson, who
still waiting to come on.
She's still getting hotter. She keeps getting hotter. You notice that?
Advert. Have you seen the advert?
I think I have.
Yeah.
She just keeps ramping up. Like she's
advertising fucking mattresses, for God's sake.
Mrs. She watches that Sex Education. You seen that show?
Oh yeah, that's funny. That was.
I've not really watched it, and it's because I don't know. Like she watches a lot of shows about teen dramas and things, and it's the same thing. It's a teen drama, but you've got obviously the adults are interesting too. So they're in it. But obviously, like she's there. She's a sex therapist, and because all characters are, especially the sex therapists, they're all fuckheads. They're all like idiots making stupid life choices. But yeah, she's in it. Oh, they all do. They all do. It's frustrating as hell. Same reason. It wouldn't be entertaining if it didn't. You know,
no.
It's like those morons who do the Married at First Sight.
Don't get me.
It's like you've got to be a full like a fucking moron to sign up to it. Nobody who's got any kind of brain is doing that show. So, but the fact that they're there in the first place either means they're doing it purely to get famous because they're like, this is a good way to get into TV acting or like drama. I don't know, get on a soap or some shit, right?
But they become celebrities from it.
They do, and they want to make a few quid, and they're like, I can wangle my way sideways through this into celebritydom, and it's a way in, it's a side door. I'm like, well, fair play. But it's the ones who go on there like, I'm looking for Mr. Right. You're like, I understand what you're thinking. You're like, I've been trying so hard to find Mr. Right, and I keep because they keep picking dickheads, and their dickheads keep cheating on them, and they go, so they're like, I know this will be the way, and I'm like, no, everyone on here is a complete non-starter. There's like no human beings on that show. They're all sociopaths. They're all psychos, or they're little like wet little pussies. They're just like, I just keep getting cheated on all the time, and I just want to find a nice lady who'll treat me right. And they always pair them up with some fucking slag who doesn't. I'm thinking of one now. I don't remember any of the names, but I remember there was some boy. He was just like clearly a mummy's boy. He clearly was a complete pushover, and that's why he keeps getting fucked over in relationships. And he needs to just have a spine, but no. They pair him with the biggest ball-busting piece of shit ever. You know, some tied up shit covered in Botox and tits and lips, and she's like, you're going to treat me this way, you're going to do this, you do that, you never respect me, all you do is talk back to me. It's like, I'm so sorry, even that was aggressive, why do you have to be so violent? I'm so sorry, darling, I won't do that again. You're such a piece of shit. And it just goes on, and you just watch him and you're like, can I kill this bitch? Can I go to Australia or wherever the fuck this is filmed and just stab her to death? I don't even care about going to prison. She needs to not be here anymore. She's awful. And they're all like that. So that's why I can't be in the room when Mrs. watches Love at First Sight or Married at First Sight.
You got through this day.
You made it. I can't watch it because I can't sit there. I don't. No. You've in the same situation. We are on the same page with this, aren't we?
Yeah.
So do you stay in the room?
I can be in a room at the same time because there's most probably nothing else to be done at that time being. So I'm still on, but I'm most probably just doing some crap on my phone or something.
Yeah.
And I can overhear what they're saying. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And the problem is, I do it to myself because I am in the room at the same time. I am there. I can listen to it, and I know things was happening on the programme, and it just winds me up. And my lovely wife is like, hey, don't watch it then and stuff like that. You can go away, and it's. I feel like that's what Kate wants to watch. I can't.
Oh no, I would never begrudge you watching it.
No,
she's listening to this in like fucking 12 weeks time when she catches up. I don't mind you watching it, darling. I really don't. I'm actually, watch your shit. I watch some shit that I know you don't dig. It's all cool, and it's totally my failing because if I'm in the room while she's watching it, I can't shut up. Like I know myself enough to know that I can't sit there and just go, oh, they said this thing, or like, it's always the way. Some of the guys are just such pieces. They're like full on, like, oh, he's a psychopath. Like he has definitely got a body in the garden, right? That guy. They've had some people on that show. And I'm like, they're just so good at lying. They're
Yeah.
so good at bullshitting and gaslighting, and you're just like, you're a fucking you're at the very least a sociopath, or there's some people in a fucking lay-by somewhere. But and then the women are just they're just like these complete, failures in love because they're just overbearing nightmares. Gone.
Now, I will admit, when it was sort of first was first sort of watching it, I wouldn't mind watching the Australian one. There's the British ones, and then no, fuck that, that's done with.
The accent does make it worse.
The accent being Australian, and I used to make it into a little drinking game. Whenever they said fair dinkum, I was like, fuck yeah, I've won this one. Fair dinkum, drink!
I think any Australian sort of nonsense phrase, like if they just say
Cold
something,
with the old wazzle and the waggers.
yeah, so some like saying that they have that just doesn't make any sense to you.
I just love the Australians and how nonsense they can be, and
It's like, there's more dingoes in a paddock than there are shrooms in a boodle. You're like, fucking drink to that, son. Drink to that.
There was literally, I think it was there's like a farmer guy. He's like proper plaid shirt, big stocky guy, and go, well, fuck me, I got no old tractor, and then I got a fucking dingo with a pram. What's him? And he's like, oh, I'll put on an old wobble banger. Fair dinkums, eh? He's like, yes, I understood nothing what you said. But I
Just
understood
follow
everything.
that guy. Follow that guy. Yeah. And they take him back to their hometown, don't they? They always take him back to they come back to the farm, and they always have they'll pair up some old farmer come on, check out my farm, and she's there, and she's like in her high heels and shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, because she's living in fucking like the other side of the country, and you're like, you in not a million years, there's no way you're gonna end up together.
I'm in Brisbane and I'm in Fort Wagga Wagga.
Yeah. I live down a mine shaft. Only wallabies for company. They fell down the mine shaft. They're not alive, wallabies. I'm a strange man.
I keep them and I eat them when I'm hungry.
I eat them when I'm hungry.
Oh, Greg. You ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
You ever drunk Baileys from... I'm all Greg. See, you couldn't make that these days. He had a mangina. You can't joke about manginas anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking all these boats, man. They ruin everything.
Thank you for listening to our last version of the podcast. Yeah, I think it was...
Yeah.
Wallabies.
Wallabies, mate. Wallabies.
Yeah.
I think we've touched many things, and I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed last week. It was just logistically difficult, and I'm tired, and I was a bit ill, and I've been ill for weeks. It's been really dragging on, but I didn't get anything else done, and I can't remember. Were you not free, or was I not free, or was
I was doing I can't remember exactly what it was because wasn't there like the bit of the illness and stuff going around?
I don't know. I can't even remember. That's what it's like being in your 40s. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, I think there's an illness thing going around. I just started my new job with doing some work stuff, and it's just like logistically we were like taking a bit of a chillax time.
Yeah,
and we've done that.
And I just don't want to be pressured anymore, guys. But what we'll try and do, and what I will try and do in moving forward, if there is a wibbly one, I'll try and make like a mini little half-hour dealie and just chuck it on, because we are always making something of. If there's an idea, I will. So even if I do like a little just a solo show, I'll try and do that, because I haven't done that yet. I just might be fun.
And Joel's gonna happen one day.
Tell me.
I've been saying it from day fucking one. Best of.
You have been saying we should do best of. Literally, the first episode should be best of.
Since we even done an episode, since we even done the scripts of the first episode or any research, best of.
Yeah.
The best of would have just been like a picture.
We're like, and James. Oh
my god, needs to and James compilation for one thing.
A lot of editing, mate, but yeah. might be worth it. I suppose at the front, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, anyway. This has been the Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom podcast. We know what we're doing next week.
Yeah.
What are you doing again? Cereals?
Breakfast cereals.
And the Catholic Church. I'll probably fuck myself there, haven't I? No, that's interesting. There's plenty there. Fucking hell.
So it goes. Nothing's set in stone 100%.
No, it is.
But if you want
We said it now. We've recorded it.
Okay.
Literally, it's there, set in digital stone.
Oh, I see those lines.
Yeah, they're wiggling, and they've set our future.
Wiggly and hot, wiggly and hot.
On that bombshell. Next week we'll be back. We plan to be, at least, and short of a major malfunction, we will be. Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Nearly Halloween, and have a lovely week.
Halloween. The bump in the nights. The horrible fries. The terrible mites for Halloween. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay. Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom, episode 32.
Yep, 32.
Have a lovely week.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
And James. All right, bye.
And James, bye-bye. Love you, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye.
Hello and welcome to today's Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom Carpool Celebrity Questionnaire. Woo, woo, woo. Today with me I have got one of the biggest actors ever. I might have said it before, but this time it's true. Today I have got Samuel L. Jackson. Whoop whoop. Can I get a hell yeah from everyone, please? Hell yeah. Okay, see you. Hello, Mr. Jackson. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, James. I'm doing good. Okay, that's very, very precise. Oh no! What are you like when you're not on a film set? When you're just at home, just chilling? What do you like to do? I like to just chill out and do stuff at home with the family. Maybe listen to a good podcast like Whiskey, Wine and Wisdom. That's a good choice. Have you been listening to it long? Yes! Since the first episode! When that James man, he got really drunk. That's me, Mr. Jackson. Oh no! I know you are, James! You had far too much to drink on that day, and you kept doing rattling noises on the table with your glass. Dan was gonna punch you square in the nuts, I heard him say. I know, but I deserved it. I'm new to this, and it's fun. It's fun. Good. I see you're learning. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's carry on talking about you. Okay, what else would you like to know? So with snakes on a plane, yes! You want me to say that line, don't you? No, not just as yet, but how was it? Did you actually have a fear of snakes? I heard that. I never had a fear of snakes. I'm Samuel motherfucking Jackson. I fear nothing. Okay. That's good to know. So how did you feel like when you was making that film? Did you feel like it was going to be good? Did you feel like it was going to be a bit of a flop? I knew it was going to be good because I'm Samuel Jackson and I'm in that film. And when I've got a dodgy old catchphrase that sounds good, you know that's going to sell well. So I thought I'd come up with it. It wasn't in the script. I just done this myself. I was like, this film's about snakes on a plane. There's lots of snakes. What would Samuel Jackson say? And I said, there's too many motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. And then from there it was gold. It was just a great film. Damn right. Damn right. You live up to your name, Mr. Jackson. It's entertaining ever so much to talk to you. I just think you're brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm so good, I even do the English adverts now with the Warburtons, Mr. John Warburtons, about their toaster loaves and things. Now you need to listen to that advert. You need to watch it because I'm good in that. There's too many fucking other bread loaves out there, but you need to watch this advert. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you so much. It's been entertaining as ever, and I hope to hear from you again soon. Thank you. Good night, and everyone out there, keep listening to this motherfucking podcast of Whiskey, motherfucking Wine and Wisdom. They're good. Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Thank you.
This Halloween, things were not looking so good for Billy. Oh no, my legs, they're gone.
Billy, your legs are stupidly gone.
What am I gonna do? I'm never gonna get a date for the dance with no legs.
Like you say, not gonna get a date with me, Billy.
Oh no. If only I could get some legs somehow. I know if I put these chemicals together, maybe. Oh my god, something's gone wrong. What's happening right now? My legs are back, but something evil is inside me now.
Oh, what's going on, Billy? You look so different.
And just when you think things can't get any worse, they get weirdly better. My god, Billy, you look so hot.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, Tara, did you want to go to the dance with me? I sure do. You're so big and hairy, and those claws are so long and sharp. Ooh.
Keep your hands off. He's so mine. I've still known him like longer than you.
Oh, Billy, why don't you come with me? I'm such a slut.
No.
But maybe things won't go as easily as they thought they would.
This is Principal Dan here. What you all doing howling over this wolfman type person, Billy?
Maybe I'll eat your goddamn face off, what do you think?
No, I don't like that.
This time, this Halloween, wolfy times are here. 'Cause it's a hell of a doggone day. And there's more to do than just brush your hair.
Party time.
Come on down to the doggone Halloween Wolf Time Factory down south. Maybe they'll all die, or maybe they'll all cry, or maybe they'll all lie.
Let's all do the doggy style dance.
Doggy style. PG-13.